It is often suggested that Sigmas cannot be brainwashed by society because they are independent thinkers who are not swayed by the opinions or expectations of others. However, it is important to note that this is a generalization and not necessarily true for every individual who identifies as a Sigma. It is also worth noting that the idea of being brainwashed by society is a complex and controversial concept. While it is true that socialization and cultural norms can influence an individual's beliefs and behaviors, it is also important to recognize that individuals have agency and the ability to make their own choices and decisions. The concept of Sigma males and their supposed immunity to social conditioning is not scientifically recognized and should be approached with critical thinking and skepticism. Certainly, I will expand on my previous response and provide more context and analysis on top of Sigma males and social conditioning. First, it is important to note that the concept of Sigma males is not widely recognized or studied in scientific or sociological research. Rather, it is a term that originated from the online men's community and has since gained some popularity and recognition in certain circles. However, it is not a universally recognized or accepted concept and should be approached with a critical lens. The idea behind a Sigma male is that he is an individual who operates outside of the traditional social hierarchy and is not interested in conforming to societal norms or expectations. According to this concept, Sigma males are typically independent thinkers who are not swayed by the options or expectations of others. They are often described as being self-sufficient, unconventional, and sometimes even mysterious or enigmatic. However, it is important to note that the idea of being immune to social conditioning is not necessarily true for every individual who identifies as a Sigma. While it is true that some people may be more resistant to social influence than others, it is also important to recognize that everyone is influenced by the society and culture in which they live to some extent. Socialization and cultural norms can influence an individual's beliefs and behaviors in a variety of ways. For example, children are socialized from a young age to conform to certain gender roles, behavioral norms, and cultural values through interactions with family members, peers, and media. These early experiences can shape an individual's worldview and beliefs for years to come. Similarly, societal expectations and norms can influence an individual's choices and actions throughout their life. For example, people may feel pressure to conform to certain standards of beauty, success, or social status, which can influence their behaviors and decision-making. In some cases, these expectations may be so ingrained that individuals do not realize they are being influenced by them. However, it is also important to recognize that individuals have agency and the ability to make their own choices and decisions. While socialization and cultural norms can influence an individual's beliefs and behaviors, they do not necessarily determine them. People can critically reflect on their beliefs, challenge societal norms, and make choices that are in line with their values and goals. It is also worth noting that the idea of being brainwashed by society is a complex and controversial concept. The term brainwashing typically implies a deliberate and systematic attempt to manipulate an individual's thoughts and beliefs, often through techniques such as propaganda, coercion, or psychological manipulation. While these techniques have been used in various contexts throughout history, including in political and religious movements, the concept of brainwashing is not universally accepted and is often debated among scholars. The idea of a Sigma male and their supposed immunity to social conditioning is not a scientifically recognized concept and should be approached with critical thinking and skepticism. While it is true that socialization and cultural norms can influence an individual's beliefs and behaviors, it is also important to recognize that individuals have agency and the ability to make their own choices and decisions. Ultimately, it is up to each person to critically reflect on their beliefs, challenge societal norms, and make choices that are in line with their values and goals. Additionally, it is important to recognize that the idea of Sigma males may have problematic implications. The concept of Sigma males is often associated with the idea of the alpha male and the traditional notion of masculinity. which can reinforce harmful gender stereotypes and expectations. It is important to recognize that masculinity is a complex and multifaceted concept that is shaped by both biological and social factors, and that there is no one correct way to be a man. Furthermore, the idea of Sigma males may perpetuate the myth of the self-made man, who achieves success and independence solely through their efforts and abilities. This myth ignores the role that social and economic factors, such as access to education, resources, and opportunities, play in shaping an individual's success and independence. It is also worth noting that the concept of Sigma males may be used to justify individualistic and self-centered behavior at the expense of others. Moreover, it is important to acknowledge that the concept of Sigma males has been criticized for being a form of elitism and exclusionary. The idea of a select group of individuals who are independent thinkers and do not conform to societal norms can create a sense of superiority and exclusivity. This can lead to the marginalization of individuals who do not fit into this narrow definition of what it means to be a Sigma male. Furthermore, the concept of Sigma males can be seen as a form of toxic individualism, which prioritizes personal achievement and success over collective well-being and social responsibility. This can be problematic, as it can lead to a lack of empathy and concern for others, which can ultimately harm society as a whole. It is also important to recognize that the concept of Sigma males is often associated with the idea of loner or the outsider. While being independent and self-reliant can be positive traits, it is also important to recognize the importance of social connections and support. Humans are social beings and thrive on social interaction and connection. Rejecting social norms and expectations to the point of complete isolation can be detrimental to one's mental and emotional well-being. In conclusion, while the concept of Sigma males and their supposed immunity to social conditioning may appear attractive to some, it is important to approach this idea with a critical lens. While it is true that individuals may differ in their susceptibility to social influence, it is also important to recognize the role that socialization and cultural norms play in shaping our beliefs and behaviors. Additionally, it is important to recognize the potentially problematic implications of the concept of Sigma males, including elitism, toxic individualism, and the potential for isolation. Ultimately, it is up to each person to critically reflect on their beliefs and values, and make choices that are in line with their own goals and the well-being of society as a whole. We're sure you found this video helpful. Be the first to comment and give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.